There are things in the wilderness of Alaska that shouldn't exist. The first sound was not wind. It was a whistle. It rose from the black spruce like a person calling a dog. Cole stopped in the snow and held up his hand. The team went still. They could hear the river under ice, the pop of a distant lake, and that thin human whistle again. It came from the left. Then it came from the right. It came from both sides at once. Cole was a cameraman. He had filmed storms, fires, and war. He did not scare fast. But Alaska felt different. The cold was old here. It climbed into his bones and sat down. He looked at Tala, the local guide. Her face was calm, but her eyes were not. "Do not answer," Tala said in a low voice. "Do not whistle back. If it sounds like a person, it is not a person." They moved again along the snow machine track that led to an old weather station. The sky was dim and gray, like a lid on a pot. Dr. Henrik, a geologist with gentle hands, walked behind Tala. Maya, the sound tech, carried a boom wrapped in fur. Ed, the pilot, came last. He kept turning to scan their trail. They reached a wide clearing in the trees. In the center stood the weather station, 2 low buildings on stilts, a skinny tower, and a row of broken instruments. A blue drum lay on its side, half buried. The door to the main building was locked. Tala took a key from a tin around her neck. She did not say where she got it. Inside, the air felt warmer than it should. The stove was cold, yet the room held a slow, soft heat, like a person had just stepped out. Cole set his camera on the table. The lens fogged. Maya tested the recorder. The screen lit up and showed a green line. Then numbers scrolled without sound. 3, 1, 9. 3, 1, 9. "Is that a test pattern?" Cole asked. Maya shook her head. "No signal, no batteries in the pack either, but it's reading numbers." Henrik walked to the window. "Why is the snow there smooth?" he asked. "No wind, no tracks, but the surface is combed like someone dragged a giant rake." Tala lit a small lantern. "We set up here," she said, "and we follow the rules." "What rules?" Eddie asked. "Simple rules," Tala said. "If you hear your name from the trees, you do not answer. If you see lights past the river, you do not cross. If you find stairs in the woods, you do not climb. If something asks, 'What time is it?' you say you do not know, and you never tell the land your full name." Cole gave a short laugh. "The land?" "The land listens," Tala said. "It is hungry for names." They made camp inside. Cole filmed the room, the gray bunks, the hand-painted map on the wall, the circle of pins around an area called Dead Vale. The map was old, edges, curled and brown. In the corner, someone had written in pencil, "If you come back, burn this." Maya set the recorder by the window and looped the odd numbers into her headphones. "They repeat," she said. 3, 1, 9, then pause, then again. "Could be a number station," Ed said. "I heard them on radio sometimes, weird Cold War stuff." Tala shook her head. "There is no radio here." Cole captured a few minutes of B-roll. Frozen spruce, copper light through ice fog. A raven standing on the tower rail like a soldier. The light faded fast. Alaska winter stole daytime like a thief. He put the camera down and helped Henrik with the stove. They ate hot stew from cans. The heat felt good. They told small stories. They did not talk about the whistle. At night, the knocking started. It came from under the floor, slow and patient. Not like a pipe. Like knuckles. 3 knocks. A pause, 3 knocks again. Tala stood and took off her boots. She placed them toe to heel under the bed. She turned her coat inside out and hung it backward on a nail. "What are you doing?" Maya whispered. "Making myself hard to find," Tala said. "It likes patterns. We break them." Cole clicked his headlamp off. He lay in the dark and listened. He tried to count the knocks, but each time he reached 10, the number slid away in his head. He slept and dreamed of water under ice, black as space. At dawn, the whistle returned. It sounded closer. Cole stepped outside with the camera on his shoulder. The cold bit his face like teeth. He filmed the flat gray sky and the white field, and a line of prints that had not been there before. Tracks, Henrik said, bending down. Human, bare feet, 6 toes. He looked up. They start in the middle of the clearing. They followed the prints to the edge of the trees. The tracks ended at a spruce trunk, as if the person had walked straight into the bark and vanished. Tala touched the tree with 2 fingers and took her hand back fast, like the wood was hot. We do not look for it, she said. We go to the lake. We get what you came for and we leave. They snowshoed toward a place marked on the map as Hollow Lake. The woods were quiet, too quiet. No bird sounds, no squirrel chatter. Even the wind hesitated. They came to a ridge and looked down. The lake lay below them, a flat sheet, but not like ice. It was darker than ice. The surface had small, square ripples as if a grid were moving under it. That's not right, Ed said. Water doesn't do that. Tala took a cord from her pocket and tied it around her wrist, then around Maya's. Please, she said, hold fast. At the shore, they saw a hole in the center of the lake, a perfect circle black as a pupil. From it came a sound, like a faraway storm or a big animal breathing. Henrik leaned forward. There's heat, he said. I can feel it, like a furnace vent. Cole filmed the hole. The viewfinder showed something the eye did not. Faint shapes moving below the surface. People. Animals. The shapes acted like shadows but were not shadows. They faced the team. They lifted their hands. They matched the team's postures with a small delay, like a mirror that remembered late. Back, Tala said softly. Back, now. Henrik did not move. This could be geothermal, he said. This could be a new thing, a vent, a whole chamber under the ice. Henrik, Cole said, don't. Henrik took 1 step onto the black surface. The lake did not crack. It did not roar. It did nothing. Henrik made a 2nd step. Then the square ripples sped up like fast chess moves. Henrik's breath came out white. He reached his hand toward the hole. A voice came from the hole. Henrik. It was Henrik's own voice, but wrong. It dragged the last syllable out too long, like it was tasting it. Henrik froze. Did you hear that? Back, Tala said. Henrik, do not answer it. The hole breathed again. Henrik. 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 It broke the name like chewing, hard candy. Henrik took a step back. The surface under his foot bulged and then flattened. He came to shore, shaking. It said my name, he said. How does it know my name? We told the land, Tala said. She looked at the camera. We told it when we said each other's names. We fed it. They left the lake with slow, careful steps. In the trees, a set of wooden stairs rose from the snow. They were old, covered, in frost, and led up to nothing, just 10 steps into air. Maya stared. They're beautiful, she said. Tala turned her face away. Do not climb. Back at the station, the numbers in Maya's headphones had changed. Now they said 3, 1, 9. Henrik. 3, 1, 9. Henrik. Maya tore the plug from her ear. It knows us. Ed went to check the plane. He came back, pale. The Skymaster moved, he said. It slid 10 meters on the snow. No tracks. The tail is pointing at the trees now. That night, the thing under the floor knocked faster. Something pressed up from below, raising the boards, making small hills in the wood. Cole felt the room breathe. He turned the camera on, even though he did not want to see. The lens showed a shape moving under the planks like a person swimming, slow and smooth. It stopped under his bunk. He felt heat on his back, through the mattress, like a hand. He did not move. He did not speak. Say the prayer, Tala whispered. I don't know it, Cole said. Then say nothing. Near dawn, the door handle turned. It turned left, then right, then slow again, patient as a clock. Tala stood and braced the door with a bar. The handle kept turning. Maya cried without sound. The handle stopped. The door made a small, grateful sigh, like a person deciding to be kind. They tried to leave at first light. The path to the plane seemed longer than yesterday. The distance stretched like gum. Ed cursed under his breath. "This is not possible," he said. "I can see the wings, but I keep not getting closer." Tala made them walk without looking straight at the plane. "Look at the trees," she said. "Look at your breath. Do not look at the prize." They reached the Skymaster. Ed spun the prop by hand. The engine coughed, then caught. Cole loaded, his camera in case. He paused. The map on the wall had said, "If you come back, burn this." He took the map down, rolled it, and put it under his coat. "Leave the tape," Tala said. "I need the footage," Cole said. "It's my job." "We'll carry your names to town," Tala said. "It will open doors for what should not enter. Please." He looked at the tape. He thought of the shapes under the black water lifting their hands late. He thought of the number station saying Henrik, slow and hungry. He put the tape in the wood stove and lit a match. The plastic stank. The flame rose blue and then orange. The recorder on the table fell silent. Maya let out a breath she did not know she held. They took off in a clean patch of sky. The plane climbed and the station shrank to a dot. Cole looked down. In the trees, he saw a second station, the same as theirs but not in the same place. It mirrored their building exactly. A second group stood there, small stick people moving like they were in slow syrup. One of them lifted a camera. Cole's stomach flipped. The second cameraman raised a hand and waved 3 seconds after Cole did. "Don't look," Tala said from the front seat. "Don't look. Don't give it more." "Don't look," Tala said from the front seat. "Don't look. Don't give it more." They flew over ridges and rivers and long gray valleys. The world looked honest from up high, like a map. Cole started to believe they were safe. Then, he saw a road where no road should be, a black ribbon through white land. A boy stood on the road and held a cardboard sign. It said, "Anchorage 35. He looked up and smiled at the plane. His mouth did not move right. It was like seeing a ventriloquist's tummy smile with the wrong strings. Ed stared. "There's no road there," he said. "Not for 100 miles. Tala put a hand on the window as if she could push the image away. "Do not see it," she said. "Let it starve." They landed near a village on the river. People came out to help pull the plane to a tie-down. The air smelled like diesel and fish, normal smells. A dog barked. A woman laughed. The world felt real again. Cole stepped on firm ground and almost cried. They went to the small clinic. The nurse took their temperatures. She asked their names. "For an intake form." "Cole," he said, then stopped. He looked at Tala. "Just Cole," Tala said. "Just Maya, just Henrik, just Ed, just Tala." The nurse smiled like they were making a joke and wrote the words down. That night in the tiny bunkhouse, Cole checked his camera. The card was blank. Not empty, blank, like new. No files, no thumbnails, no errors. Only one thing remained, a single still image in a hidden folder. It was a shot taken from high above, as if from the top of the tower, or from a taller tower that did not exist. It showed the 5 of them in the station, looking up at the lens, time-stamped with a time they were asleep. In the picture, a 6th person stood behind them, thin and long like a shadow pulled loose. It had no face. It had a mouth where the throat should be. Cole closed the screen. He did not show anyone. He walked outside and looked at the sky. The stars were wrong for a moment. The Big Dipper pointed the other way. Then it snapped into place like a card trick. He felt the land's attention, like eyes under the ice. He said nothing. He gave it nothing. When they flew out the next day, the mountains looked kind. The sun rose where it should. The radio played a country song, then weather. Anchorage came close, fast and simple. In the city, the noise felt like safety. Cole slept in a hotel with soft sheets and a hot shower. He dreamed of warm soil and green leaves and a lake with square ripples. Weeks later in Seattle, Cole sat in his kitchen with the window open. A breeze came in that smelled like rain. The radio on the counter was off. Still, from the tiny speaker, a voice spoke without power. It said, 3, 1, 9, Cole, 3, 1, 9, Cole. He unplugged the radio. The voice kept counting for one more round and then stopped like it had taken a breath and changed its mind. In the hallway, his shadow lagged behind him by 2 steps, then caught up. Cole wrote the story down with simple words. He sent it nowhere. He did not say the names again. He did not keep maps. Sometimes, when wind passes through big trees, he hears a thin whistle that tries to sound kind. There are things in the wilderness of Alaska that should not exist. He knows this now. He does not need proof or tape. He has the feeling of heat through the floor. He has the memory of a voice trying his name like a new mouth trying to say hello. He has the habit he learned from Tala. If you hear your name from the dark, you do not answer. If you see stairs in the woods, you do not climb. If something asks what time it is, you do not know, and if the land asks for your full name, you keep it.